you all here for this press conference to talk about this year's inductee into the Packers Hall of Fame. We're going to have a couple speakers up here at the podium, and then upon conclusion of the formal remarks, we'll have the opportunity to take some questions here at the podium. So I'll pop back up here to get that started. And to get things started on behalf of the Packers Hall of Fame, Inc., I'd like to invite Dr. Don Sipes, the president, to the podium. Don.
Hello, I'm Don Sipes. I'm the president of the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame, Inc. And every year we look at our number of people that we look at to induct into the Packers Hall of Fame. And we were met together as a special group that meets together to decide who's most important for us to induct. And we were all in agreement that Mark Murphy was the choice to be on the next Green Bay Packer Hall of Fame list. He'll be number 171, and we're very proud to have him there. He's done a great job, and I'll let him talk more about what he's done and what he's going to do. He probably won't, but he's done so much. But he took a lot of what Bob Harlan did and just kept going and kept moving it up, just like Bob did. And so we're really glad that he's our next inductee. Mark?
Thank you, Don. Appreciate those kind words, and thank you all for coming out today. See a lot of employees. Is anybody working here anymore? Thank you for coming out. We do appreciate that. I'm really tremendously honored, but also humbled by this recognition. When we have events like this scheduled the day after a game, it's always nice when it's after a win. So I want to give special thanks to our team, but particularly Carl Brooks. You don't have many walk-off block field goals, so that's good. It's hard to believe I've been here 17 years already. It's been a tremendous privilege. In my mind, Packers not only are a unique organization, but I think one of the most special organizations in all of professional sports. And it's been a tremendous honor to be in the position that I've been in. It's such a great organization. And all of our employees, I think we all have a sense that we are all stewards. And I know in my position, I've always wanted to leave the organization better than I found it. And I know Bob did the same thing, and a lot of confidence that Ed Policy will do a great job going forward. But just again, I want to thank all of our employees, players, coaches. Having worked with Mike McCarthy and now Matt LaFleur, been very blessed to have great coaches. I also do want to give special thanks to Hall of Fame, Inc. I think most of you know they're a separate organization, but we work very closely with them. Thank you very much, Don, for selecting me. Again, I'm very honored, and I know you have a board of directors. I wanted to thank them. Also, do want to give special mention to Sam Cluck. Where is Sam? He's in the back. He's been instrumental over the years in bringing the two organizations together. We have a great working relationship, and he's been right at the forefront of that, so I really do appreciate it. And your partnership with the Packers is such an important place. Important not only for the organization, but obviously our Hall of Fame Museum here in the building. I also want to give special thanks to the team here at the Packers that works and supports the Hall of Fame. Craig Benzel is here, Jen Ark, Spencer Larson, and the entire team. I guess the other thing I would just want to, thinking back on 17 years ago, Pete Platten, some of you, I know Rich Ryman knows who Pete Platten is, it might be, but Pete was really the one that headed up the search for my position, and taking a chance on somebody who had really no connection to the Packers. And as I said before, it's just flown by, but one of the things that makes our organization so special is the corporate structure we have with an executive committee. It's really run more like a university, with Board of Trustees. But it really works well, and the leadership really from the executive committee, and I've been very, very fortunate and learned a lot over the years from people like Larry Wires, Tom Olson, Susan Finko, and Mike Zimmer more recently. But it's, I'm really honored, and I've been to many, many of these Hall of Fame inductions. It's just humbling to think that I'll be one of 171, but some of the greatest people. And when you think about the Green Bay Packers, there's no team that has a better history and tradition than us, and I'm really honored to be a part of that. And I know for the inductees, and I'll do it as well. It's a great opportunity to reflect on their careers and celebrate with their loved ones, and as teammates and others. But for me, it's going to be so many of the people that you see here, the employees that have been really instrumental in the success that we've had as an organization. So just kind of in closing, I'm really pleased and excited to have the opportunity myself to be inducted next August. So with that, I'll turn it over to Aaron. You've heard enough from me.
Well, Mark, don't go too far, but as I mentioned earlier, that concludes the formal remarks here from the podium, but sure, Don, if you want to come up. But members of the media, have any questions to direct to Mark or Don about the announcement today?
Yeah, I guess just to start, Mr. Sipes, I don't know if you could answer this of maybe, why Mr. Murphy, and maybe why so soon. I think a lot of us were surprised at this announcement coming so early.
This is a perfect time to do it. He deserves it. So.
Yeah, for sure. And Mr. Murphy, I don't know if you can even highlight, you've done a lot with the organization, even outside of the realm of strictly the game of football, say the Titletown District, the draft coming here. This might be, maybe this is an easy question to answer, maybe a little difficult, but is there any one accomplishment that you've had during your time here that really sticks out as one that you'll remember forever as your, say, crowning moment? Or
Sure. I think I'm giving away my background as a former football player, but winning the Super Bowl, it's hard to top. But, I'd say beyond that, the consistent success on the field, but in addition to that, the support that we've been able to provide within the community. I think, on an annual basis, it's over 10 million now. Really proud also as well with the Titletown and the impact that's had. But I think we're positioned well for the future, and as I said before, I'm really very, very optimistic that we'll continue to be able to do great things in the community.
Mark, you kind of touched on it a little bit, the history of this place, obviously the Hall of Fame, how involved you've been with that.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you found out this was going to kind of be a capstone here next summer, being able to get through that final year and have this to kind of look forward to?
Yeah, well, I'm still focused on this season, and hopefully finish on a high note. But no, it does, as it does give me an opportunity to kind of reflect back. And as I said before, 17 years. It's hard to believe, but it's flown by. But I think I still feel like I've got a lot to accomplish, and obviously the plan to have a successful year, and then obviously with the draft coming, we want to make sure that I think that's an opportunity to do something that will benefit this community for many, many years to come. Yeah. Well, first of all, it's the Green Bay Packers. I think anybody who knows anything about the NFL knows that it's a pretty special organization, and really the president, in a lot of ways, acts on behalf of the team as the owner at owners' meetings. So, I think it's, in my mind, it's one of the very best jobs in all of professional sports. And Rob, having played in the NFL, and then actually worked when I was a player. I was a player rep. I was actively involved in the union. I ended up being vice president of the union, and then worked for the players' union. So I was pretty familiar with Green Bay and how unique it was. I wasn't looking to leave Northwestern. I would say though, in retrospect, I'm really glad I got out of college athletics when I did. Those of you that follow college athletics and with NIL and the transfer portal and conference realignment, and let's just say the NFL is a little more stable. But no, it's been a great run, and I've been very, very honored, and I'm humbled by, as I mentioned before, by this induction coming forward. Rich, I know you got some questions. I might ask you a question. So I know, I'm not sure of the timing, but I know Bob was inducted as well. I think it was pretty close after he had retired. Oh, he was still employed. Oh, geez. Yeah. It was, oh.
It's very simple. She got there earlier.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. No.
How much would you have loved to have Jack Kent Cook live to see this?
Well, Rich and I know a lot about Jack Kent Cook. He is rolling over in his grave. I'll just say that. We'll all go out and we'll have a few drinks and I'll tell you some stories about Jack. Yeah, just the fact that I'm in management, because just to make a long story short, when I was the player rep for the Redskins, we went on strike in 1982, and Jack Kent Cook was our owner, and number one, he called me a communist, because I wanted the players to share revenues with the owners, and so it was. And he was kind of a larger-than-life character, but he said, Mark Murphy, he's a fine young man, but I do not want him as a partner. I welcome our partnership with all of our players now.
You talked
Yeah.
about the meaningfulness in that stewardship role that you have, and obviously
Yeah.
there's a season yet to be played, but how much pride do you take in the fact that not only what this team's done on the field, but off the field, and how it's kind of grown in these last 17 years of your time?
It's hard to believe how much we've grown, and I'd like to think that it's overwhelmingly been positive. Obviously you can measure on the field, but I think we've been really good financial stewards in terms of, and I guess the other thing I would say is great pride in Lambeau Field and how it's viewed not only across the league but internationally as kind of an iconic stadium, and making sure that continues to be the case. You've got all these new stadiums coming up that are beautiful and great, but I wouldn't trade them for Lambeau Field.
And NFL owners aren't short of self-confidence.
Yeah.
How is the Packers' relationship with the rest of the league when you came in, and how is it now?
I think, again, I think it's a credit to Bob Harlan. I think NFL owners, they respect organizations that are run well, that are successful on the field and also financially. And I think for us, having the consistent success that we've had, over the last 20, 30 years, earns the respect of the other owners, or the owners. But I also think, the financial success that we've had. And that's a tribute, obviously, to the to the league and the collective bargaining agreements that we've been able to negotiate, that I think have been great for players and management. Also, the length of the collective bargaining agreements is back-to-back 10-year collective bargaining agreements has been very, very positive. I see Craig Benzel and Justin Wolf. I mean, that really, when you have that long, that you're going to have labor peace. Really allows us to grow the business in many ways.
As Packers president, more than Jerry Jones or some of the others, you have to interact with fans. You don't have to, it's expected.
Yeah.
What's that been like in years?
It's been one of the best parts of my job. I love interacting with our fans. Sometimes after bad losses, it's maybe not so good. No, the fans are great. Yeah, and I think, and I enjoy the pep rallies, and I enjoy seeing the fans. I think the Packers everywhere that we started. Shout out to my daughter Emily, who's came up with the idea. But I think that's been something that it's so unique to the Packers. And Rich, you've been to the pep rallies to see the thousands of people that come out. Gives you a sense of how special the kind of support that we get from our fans. And I think, I grew up a Bills fan. I love the Bills, but it's the connection that our fans have to the Packers is pretty unique. And I think a lot of it goes back to our ownership structure. And so many of them are shareholders. Yeah, you have a question in the back. Yeah.
More back here. With that, mandatory retirement age, we even see, we will, and, are seeing presidents of the United States serving to their 80s. Do you think that 70 is too early, and if you could keep serving, would you continue to?
No, when I took the job 17 years ago, I knew well that, at age 70, that I would be retiring. I didn't realize it would come as fast as it did. It was always way down the road. But no, I think it's good for the organization. Ed Policy is ready, and he'll do a great job. And I still feel like I can do. I'm active. I'll stay busy and continue to look for things to keep myself busy and hopefully support the local community. And I happen to be an owner of a very nice golf course up in Door County. So if any of you want to come up to Maxwell and Bray, it's a shameless plug for our golf course, which is, by the way, getting a brand new irrigation system.
Well, we want to save some content for August, so with that, we'll wrap it up. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.